So let's begin to the geographical location of South Korea. South Korea is in East Asia, on the southern half of the Korean peninsula. It is next to North Korea and surrounded by the Yellow Sea and the East Sea. So what can we get in the South Korea Yellow Sea? We can get shellfish and crustaceans. Expect a variety of shellfish such as clams, scallops, oyster, and king crabs. These are often grilled right at the stall with garlic, butter, cheese, or dipping sauces for a flavor and interactive street food experience.
Rivers in Korea are not just water sources. They have shaped settlement patterns, trade routes, and agriculture for centuries. Many ancient villages and kingdoms were established along rivers because they provided fertile soil and easy transportation. Aside from farming, rivers also supply freshwater fish and aquatic plants that appear in traditional dishes. They play a symbolic role too, often seen in Korean poetry and art as representations of life and continuity. Hello, my name is Nigo James Dianyabeza and I will be discussing the mountains and rivers. Mountains in Korea have always been an important source of food and culture because farming is harder in high altitudes. People relied on what the forests naturally provided. Many traditional Korean dishes were born from these ingredients since they could be stored or preserved for long winters. Mountain food is also closely linked with health and medicine because many wild plants are believed to have healing properties. Beyond nutrition, mountain cuisine reflects a deep respect for nature. For example, temple food, which Buddhist monks prepare in mountain monasteries, often highlights simple, plant based ingredients gathered from the forest. This kind of cooking avoids meat and focuses on harmony with the environment. So when we talk about the mountain flavors, we're not just talking about food, we're also talking about history, survival, spirituality, and strong connection between Koreans and their natural surroundings.
The history of Korean cuisine began with the agricultural practices of early farming communities and the nomadic traditions of Asian Korea and southern Manchuria. Over time, it developed and changed because of many factors, including the natural environment, climate, geography, and available resources. Social changes such as political systems, class differences, and historical events, and cultural influences from neighboring countries and trade. The basic elements of Korean food are rice, vegetables, seafood, and meats, which form the foundation of most meals. Unlike many Western cuisines, dairy products such as milk and cheese are not traditionally part of Korean food, since dairy farming was not a major part of Korean culture.
Characteristics of Korean food cuisine. Korean food is primarily rice-based and is typically served with multiple side dishes called banchan. Each featured bold flavor from ingredients like garlic, sesame oil, soy sauce, and chili. Fermented foods such as kimchi are common and add dip to the taste. Korean food balances sweet, sour, salty, bitter, and spicy flavor, communal dining variety and cooking method, and emphasizes on healthy and balance also define its cuisine.
So here is the most famous ingredients used in Korea. First one is soy sauce or ganjang. Soy sauce or ganjang is one of the most important seasoning in Korean cooking. It's made by fermenting soybeans with brine and it adds saltiness and umami to marinate stews and dipping sauces. Next one is soup soy sauce or guk ganjang. Soup soy sauce is lighter in color but actually saltier than regular soy sauce. It's mostly used to season soups and stews because it keeps the broth clearer instead of making it dark. Next one is the soybean paste or doenjang. Doenjang is a thick paste made from fermented soybeans. It has a deep savory flavor and is the base for dishes like doenjang, jjigae, or soybean paste too. Next one is the fermented soybean paste or chungukjang. So chungukjang is another soybean paste, but it's fermented much faster, giving it a very strong smell and taste. Despite its pungency, it's a considered very healthy and is used in hearty soups. Next one is the chili paste or gochujang. So gochujang or gochujang is one of the signature ingredients of Korean cuisine. It's a spicy, sweet paste made from red chili, rice, and soybean, and it's used in dishes like bibimbap or tteokbokki. Samjang. Samjang is a dipping paste made by mixing gochujang, doenjang, garlic, and sesame oil. It's commonly eaten with lettuce wraps or some, usually with grilled meat. So next one is the fish sauce. So fish sauce is made by fermenting anchovies of another small fish. It gives dish a deep salty flavor and especially important in making kimchi. Next one is the salted fermented shrimp. It is made of tiny shrimp preserved in salt, just like fish sauce. It's often used in kimchi, but also in soups and stew for extra depth. Next one is the vinegar. So vinegar is used in Korean cooking to add acidity and freshness. It's common in cold noodle dishes and dipping sauces. Next one is the rice wine or cooking wine or mirin. So mirin is a sweet rice wine that helps remove the strong smell from meat and seafood. It is also add a subtle sweetness to cooking dishes. Next one is the rice syrup or sal jochong. So it is a thick sweet syrup made from rice. It's a natural sweetener used in marinades, sauces, and desserts. So next one is the plum extract, which is mesel chong. So it is a sweet syrup made from green plums. It used to balance sweet or spicy, salty flavors, and it's also considered good for digestion. Next one is the spices and seasoning. So first of that is the garlic. So garlic is the one of the most essential ingredients in Korean food. It's used fresh or minced in almost all dishes, adding sharpness and depth. Next one is ginger. Ginger adds warmth and aroma. It's often paired with garlic in marinades, teas, and soups. Next one is onions. Both onions and green onions are important. White onions add sweetness when cooked, while the green onions are used as garnish and broth or as seasoning. Chili flakes or goju garu. So it is a bright red chili flakes that give Korean dishes their signature color and heat. It's must have for kimchi and spices food. So chili powder. Chili powder is similar to gochu garu, but more finely ground. It's used when smoother texture or stronger heat is desired. So next one is dried red chili peppers or hongochu. So these are whole dried chilies that are added to stew, soups, or pickle to increase spice gradually. Crushed chili peppers. So, crushed chili peppers add texture and extra heat to stir-fry dishes and sauces. Next one is mustard powder. So, mustard powder is spicy and pungent. It's usually in sauces and it pick, pickled vegetables. Shredded red pepper or silgochu. So, silgochu are thin chili threads used mainly as a garnish. They make dishes more attractive while adding a mild heat. So next one is the wasabi powder. So this is a Korean style horseradish powder. It gives a sharp, nose-tingling heat similar to Japanese wasabi. Next one is the black pepper. So black pepper is a universal spice in Korean cooking. It's used in soup and marinades for mild heat. Next one is salt. Salt, especially sea salt, is crucial in Korean cooking. It's not only for flavoring but also for preserving and fermenting foods like kimchi. Next one is the oils and seeds. So sesame oil is fragrant and nutty. It's usually added to the end of cooking to season bibimbap, namul, and soups. Perilla oil. Perilla oil is made from perilla seeds. It has an earthy, slightly minty flavor and is common in side dishes. So, next one is sesame seed. Sesame seed, whether raw or toasted, are used in garnish and crunch. They're sprinkled on rice, vegetables, and sauces. Next one is black sesame seeds. Black sesame seeds have a stronger flavor than white ones, and they're often used in dessert and garnish. Next one is perilla seeds and powder. So perilla seeds and their ground powder are not enriched. The powder is used in stews like perilla seeds soup to give a creamy texture. Next one is the pumpkin seed. So pumpkin seeds are often eaten as snacks or sprinkled on dishes. They add crunch and are considered healthy. Pine nuts. So pine nuts are soft and buttery in Korea. They're used as garnish for cold noodles, porridge, and even desserts. Next one is the walnuts. So walnuts used in snacks, rice cakes, and traditional sweets. They give dishes extra richness and texture.
Dito muna tayo sa grains, noodles, and starches. Kabilang dito yung short grain, white rice, or sticky rice sa Korea. So, so ito yung nagiging sticky kapag nakukook. It's commonly used na nagagamit sa dishes sa Korea tulad ng bibimbap or tuk dahil sa chewy texture niya. Next is noodles or buckwheat noodles. Namgyeon, sweet potato starch noodles ng Dangmyeon. Sa Korea, Namgyeon is a buckwheat noodles na kadalasang sinserve ng cold. Yung Damgyeon is gawa sa sweet potato starch. Ginagamit to kadalasan sa dishes sa japchae. Next is acorn jelly powder or dotorimukgaru. Dotorimukgaru. Yung acorn jelly powder naman is gawa sa ground acorns. Kapag minix yun sa water and chilled, magpo-form yun ng jelly texture. And next is mung bean starch or flour. Mung bean starch or flour is gawa naman sa ground mung beans. Commonly, ginagamit sa Korean dishes tulad ng bentedok, bentitok. Next, dito naman tayo sa vegetables. First is napa cabbage. Main kimchi ingredient yung napa cabbage naman is yung main ingredient ng kimchi. It's typically salted and fermented with garlic, ginger, chili pepper flakes, and other seasonings para maging maanghang siya. Next is radish. Used in kimchi and soups. Yung mu naman is radish. Kadalasan ginagamit to sa kimchi and soups. Nag-a-add naman to ng crunchy texture and syempre may anghang pa rin para makomplement yung pagiging manghang talaga ng kimchi. Next is pickled radish or danmuji. So typically, yung danmuji is yellow and sweet and kadalasang sinaserve as side dish in Korean meals. Next is soybean sprouts. So typically, yung kung namul is blanched and sesame oil, garlic, and salt, making a simple and flavorful side dish. Next is mung bean sprouts. So they are typically sauté or blanched and seasoned with garlic, sesame oil, and soy sauce, commonly na siniserve as a side dish. Next is cucumber. So, yung oy is cucumber in Korean. It's commonly used in fresh dishes like oymuk or cucumber salad, or as a crunchy, refreshing side siya para mabalance yung maanghang na meals. Next is Korean chives or buchu. So, yung buchu naman is known for their long, thin, green, green stalks and mild onion-like flavorful. Ginagamit sila dishes like gochujang, kimchi, or pang-garnish sa mga soups. Next is Perilla leaves. Ito yung kino-compare sa shiso in Japanese cuisine. So, they have a distinct aromatic flavor with a slightly minty basil-like taste. Sa Korea, ginagamit to para i-wrap yung grilled meals, kimchi, or minsan ginagawa siyang garnish. Next is seaweed. So, yung gim naman are commonly na ginagamit sa kimbap, dasima. Yung dasima naman is ginagamit sa paggawa ng broth for soups like myeokguk or seaweed soup. Next is, dito naman tayo sa seafood and proteins. Dried anchovies. So, commonly used in Korean cooking to make anchovy broth called myeokguksu. Next is fish cakes. Yung omu is gawa sa ground fish flour, and seasonings. They come in various shapes and are often added to soups like omukguk, mga ganon. So, yung tofu, next is tofu. Yung tofu in Korean cuisine is ginagamit naman sa iba't ibang dishes like sondubu jjigae, or soft tofu stew. Next is eggs. Eggs are a common ingredient in cooking. They're used in dishes like gyeramjim or steamed egg, gyerambap or steamed rice, and kimchi jjigae or kimchi stew. Then next is beef, pork, and chicken. So, yung ito yung common meats for bulgogi, stews, or barbecue beef. Pork and chicken are commonly used for dishes like bulgogi, samgyeopsal, and galbi, or grilled beef ribs. Dito naman tayo sa fruits and nuts. So, often for sauces or snacks. First is Asian pear. Used in marinades like bulgogi Asian pear. Kadalasang ginagamit sa marinades like for bulgogi to tenderize the meat and add a subtle sweetness. Its crisp texture and mild sweetness balance the savory, salty flavors of the marinade, helping to create a tender and flavorful dish. Next is apples. For sweet sauces, apples are sometimes used in Korean cooking, particularly in sweet sauces or marinades to add natural sweetness and depth. Next is dried jujubes. Commonly na ginagamit ang daeju is sa Korean cooking for their sweet, chewy texture. They are often added to teas, soup broths, and desserts, or used in juk for natural sweetness. So, next is dried parmesans. So, yung gotnam naman is often used in Korean desserts or snacks. Meron siyang sweet, chewy texture, and minsan nga stuffed with nuts or used in dishes like gongamsam or added to jonggwa. Next is golden raisins. Golden raisins in Korean cooking are sometimes used in dishes like jonggwa or as a sweet addition to rice cakes and desserts. Next is ginkgo nuts. Ito na yung last. Ginkgo nuts naman is ginagamit sa iba't ibang Korean dishes in rice porridges like juk, and in steamed or braised dishes.
Tteokbokki is steamed rice cakes cooked in a red spicy broth. It's a popular Korean street food. Kimchi is a traditional Korean dish made with salted and fermented vegetables, and kimchi uses in different kinds of dish like ramen or in the rice. Bibimbap, a Korean mixed rice dish, typically includes cooked rice, various seasoned vegetables, a protein, often beef, a fried egg, and a spicy gochujang sauce. Gimbap, also romanized as kimbap, a Korean dish made from cooked rice, vegetables, and optionally cooked seafood or meat, rolled in dried sheets of seaweed and served in bite-sized slices. Korean fried chicken. It is usually coated with flavorful sauces such as soy garlic or spicy gochujang and is often served with pickled radish and paired with beer known as chimek.
Mandu, Korean dumplings, usually filled with minced meat, tofu, and vegetables, either steamed, boiled, pan-fried, or deep-fried. Bingsu, a shaved ice dessert topped with sweet ingredients like condensed milk, fruits, red beans paste, or ice cream. Hoteok, sweet Korean pancakes filled with brown sugar, cinnamon, and chopped nuts, crispy on the outside and gooey inside. Bulgogi, marinated slices of beef, or sometimes pork, grilled or stir-fried, flavored with soy sauce, garlic, sesame oil, and sugar. Japchae, stir-fried glass noodles made from sweet potato starch, mixed with vegetables, soy sauce, and often beef or egg.